Hello friends, I am Dr. Harbans Lal, Director Delhi Eye Center, Co-Chairman Department of Ophthalmology, Sir Gangaram Hospital, New Delhi. Today I am going to talk about how to operate hard cataract with average skill and excellent understanding of the biomechanics. While operating hard cataracts, certain anatomical facts are to be kept in mind. A central part of the nucleus is densest, thickest, and deepest. It is concave backwards, and most of these cataracts have posterior leathery plate. To manage these challenges, I am going to demonstrate my technique of V trench, rotational separation, and radial split. For this, I will recommend using long and sharp chopper designed by my dear friend Dr. Mohan Rajan and Kelman tip for ease of trenching. Now I will explain what is V trench. We make trench which is horizontally and vertically in the shape of V as shown in the diagram. Horizontally to accommodate the sleeve of the phaco tip and vertically to reach to the depth of the central nucleus. Now watch the video. Peribulbar block has been given. Temporal limbal incision has been made. Capsulorhexis is being made larger nasally and on the left side. This is the area where most of the chopping, splitting and crushing of the nuclear fragment is going to take place. This prevents inadvertent damage to the capsulorhexis margin and prolapse of the nucleus into the anterior chamber. No hydro procedure has been done at this stage. This gives excellent stability of the nucleus for trenching. To make a pattern of V, start trenching paracentrally to have a wider trench at the periphery. The speed of the tip movement, energy delivered, and depth sculpted should be such that there is no pushing of the nucleus and no cavitation bubble formation. If you are pushing the nucleus, that means energy delivered is less. If there is a cavitation bubble formation, that means energy delivered is much more than needed. Now sculpt more in the center to have vertical V trench. After withdrawing the chopper, we inject the viscoelastic and then withdraw the probe to prevent the shallowing of the anterior chamber. Now we will perform gentle hydrodissection before rotating the nucleus. Hydrodelineation is not needed. Keep the chopper at the periphery of the trench and rotate the nucleus. Now look how wide peripheral part accommodates the tip and sleeve comfortably to deepen the trench in the center. After adequate trenching, we split the nucleus. Nucleus has been divided into two parts, but posterior leathery plate is holding on. Now I will demonstrate my technique of rotational separation and radial split. Bury the phaco tip at the peripheral end of the heminucleus. Hold it firmly with high vacuum setting of 600 mm mercury. Hold second heminucleus at the periphery with chopper and start rotating. You can see nice radial split taking place. Once it reaches the center, stop it. Now we will rotate the nucleus and repeat the rotational separation and radial split to divide the leathery plate into two. When you try to separate the leathery plate by lateral separation, you are trying to tear too many fibers in one go, requiring much higher force. Not holding the nucleus with the phaco tip makes it unstable and you put too much of pressure onto the posterior capsule and granules. While you use my technique of radial separation, you are holding and lifting the nucleus and there is no pressure on the capsule or granules. At the same time, using a radial split, you are tearing one fiber at a time, requiring much less energy. Now we come to second part of the surgery, what is called phacoaspiration. Hold the heminucleus deeper and at the densest part with high vacuum setting of 600 mm of mercury. Place the long and sharp chopper within the CCC margin adjacent to the tip. Bury it, move it laterally to split. Keep on repositioning the chopper closer to the fibers you want to split. Separated nuclear fragment should be as small as possible. They should be further broken mechanically by chopper. This improves the flowability of the fragment and prevents inadvertent damage to corneal endothelium. Use the combination of lateral and radial separation to tear the leathery fibers. Now we come to the removal of the second half of the nucleus. In this, I use modified peripheral chop, whereby I pull the periphery of the nucleus out of the rhexis margin and start the chopping. Combination of the lateral and rotational separation is used to break the leathery fibers. And nucleus is crushed mechanically and emulsified. Now most of the nucleus has been emulsified. We need to take extra precaution because the posterior capsule can move forward. Now we are going to remove our chopper. We inject viscoelastic to push the posterior capsule back. Reduce the vacuum setting to 500 and change the chopper from sharp and long to blunt and short. Now we have come to the removal of the last fragment, and this time posterior capsule and cornea, both of them are highly vulnerable. We lower the vacuum setting to 400 and use the chopper to keep the fragment in front of the tip and away from the cornea. That rhexis is larger nasally and onto the left hand side. Day 1 patient had absolutely clear cornea and 6/9 vision. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe our channel.